The internet has just been thrown into a level of pandemonium so violent that timelines are melting, group chats are collapsing, and fan bases are rioting in disbelief. Because in the last 24 hours, the hip-hop world has been rocked by a bombshell revelation so outrageous, so impossible, so catastrophic, that even longtime industry veterans are whispering, This might be the biggest scandal we've ever seen." And at the center of this cultural earthquake is a single, jaw-dropping claim from Lil Scrappy, one that has detonated every corner of social media. Papoose allegedly has a secret child with none other than undefeated boxing champion Claressa Shields. The moment Scrappy dropped the bomb, the internet caught fire. Screenshots, audio leaks, crashed live streams, millions of fans screaming in disbelief. And while the world spiraled into hysteria, everyone waited for the one reaction that mattered most: Remy Ma. The woman whose marriage, reputation, and legacy have already been dragged through the trenches of cheating accusations, public humiliation, and non-stop betrayal, now facing the possibility that Papoose, the man she once defended with her life, may have fathered a child behind her back with the same woman who's been at the center of their feud. And when Remy finally responded, she didn't cry, she didn't scream, she didn't crumble. She broke the internet in half with a reaction so icy, so calculated, so dangerously controlled, that insiders are saying this is only the beginning, and what Remy knows may be far worse than what Scrappy exposed. Buckle up. This scandal is about to turn nuclear. From the second Lil Scrappy dropped that sentence, those 8 fatal words, "Papoose got a secret child with Claressa," the entire internet collapsed like a stage rig with missing screws. There was no warm-up, no slow drip, no build-up. It was a nuclear blast dropped right on top of the messiest love triangle hip-hop has ever seen, and fans didn't even have time to blink before the fallout began. Screenshots hit timelines like bullets, blogs went into cardiac arrest, battle rap forums caught fire. Even the boxing world chimed in. Because Scrappy didn't just start drama, he detonated a cultural megaton bomb that blew open every rumor fans whispered about for months, and turned them into a roaring inferno. And at the center of that fire was Remy Ma. Because the moment Scrappy's video started circulating, everyone knew all eyes would turn to her. Not Claressa, not Papoose, not the bloggers, Remy. The woman who has spent the last year fighting for the narrative, defending herself, defending her marriage, dragging Easy the Block Captain across multiple timelines, and trying to stay afloat in scandals that kept multiplying like gremlins after midnight. And now, Scrappy had thrown her into the deadliest plot twist yet. Papoose allegedly fathering a child with the same woman Remy publicly battled, insulted, and dismissed. But before Remy could even breathe, the first leak hit. A grainy screenshot surfaced, allegedly from a group chat including Lil Scrappy, Kirk Frost, and a handful of industry insiders. Scrappy wrote, "Man, Pap been hiding that baby. I'm tired of seeing this narrative. Let the truth drop." Within minutes, the internet went feral. Fans broke the screenshot down like forensic detectives. Some said the timestamps matched. Others said the font spacing proved it was real. A few insisted it was AI, spam, or clout bait. But the chaos didn't stop there, because a second screenshot landed immediately after. This time allegedly showing Claressa responding privately to someone asking her to confirm the rumor. Her alleged message, "Ask him. He know what he did." 2 sentences. That's it. And yet it was enough to send Remy Ma's name trending worldwide within minutes. But the real explosion happened when an audio leak dropped a voice note, supposedly from someone in Claressa's boxing circle, saying, "She told him not to say nothing until the paperwork was done." Pap didn't listen. The internet didn't know what paperwork meant. Custody? A settlement? A DNA test? Fans began connecting dots that may or may not have existed, and the panic spiraled so fast that even Twitter's trending system glitched. Meanwhile, Remy Ma was nowhere to be seen. No livestream. No subliminal post. No messy back and forth like the old days, just silence. And that silence terrified everybody. Because silence meant she wasn't reacting emotionally. Silence meant she was calculating. Silence meant she was about to enter a new phase 1, far more dangerous. While fans waited for her response, insiders leaked details about what was allegedly happening behind the scenes. According to one anonymous source, Remy was pacing like a lion, calling people connected to Scrappy, demanding to know why he said what he said and who gave him the information. Another insider claimed Remy locked herself in a room with her phone off and told her team, "Nobody says a word until I speak." But the situation escalated when a video surfaced filmed at a love and hip-hop event, showing Scrappy laughing in the background while someone shouted, "Tell them about the baby!" Scrappy looked into the camera with a smirk that said everything and nothing at the same time. Fans replayed it hundreds of thousands of times in the first hour. But then came the real shockwave. A leaked phone call, allegedly between Scrappy and a producer, surfaced online. In the clip, Scrappy said, "Man, Remy knew before I said anything. She knew." That sentence detonated like a missile. If Remy knew, if she had been hiding knowledge of Papoose's alleged secret child, that meant every argument, every subliminal, every breakup story, every public meltdown suddenly had a brand new layer of betrayal underneath it. Fans went insane. They raided old interviews, dissected Remy's past statements, analyzed her facial expressions on talk shows, investigated her Instagram unfollows, and pieced together a collage of clues they believed pointed to Remy finding out months ago. Whether the theories were real didn't matter. Perception was already reality. But while the world dissected Remy, Papoose was crumbling. Another insider leak claimed Pap had gone completely silent, no calls, no texts, no responses to clarifications. According to a friend close to him, Pap said, "I swore this would never come out like this." What this meant was unclear. But fans assumed the worst. And then Remy finally appeared. In a short clip circulating online, she sat in a dimly lit room, looking tired but not weak. Her voice low, controlled, but sharp enough to cut steel. She said, "People love to speak on my family. People love to lie on my name. And I'm sick of it. But the part that made the world stop spinning? It's funny how everybody know my business, except the man who's supposed to be in the middle of it." Fans screamed. Was she calling Pap clueless? Was she dragging Scrappy for spreading lies? Or was she subtly acknowledging the baby rumor without admitting anything directly? Before the commentary could settle, Remy added one final line. "If I told y'all what I really know, y'all wouldn't survive the truth." That line alone broke the internet. Comments flooded in at blistering speed. Bloggers ran emergency live streams. Twitter went into cardiac arrest. TikTok creators filmed 10-part series within hours. But the chaos wasn't done. Because suddenly, a new leak appeared. A message allegedly from Papoose to a private friend reading, "I didn't want this out, not like this, not for her to find out through him." The internet erupted. Her. Find out. Fans concluded instantly Remy didn't know the full story. That Pap hid something deeper. That Scrappy exposed something Remy never expected. And that's when the most dangerous twist of all dropped. A burner account posted, "Y'all arguing about the baby, but nobody talking about the DNA test." One sentence. No context. No follow-up. And then the account vanished, leaving fans screaming. DNA test for who? What was being confirmed? Who leaked the results? Why was Scrappy the one talking? And Remy? She went silent again. Not one word. Not one like. Not one story post. Because whatever the truth was, the moment that mysterious burner account whispered the words, "DNA test," the entire internet lost its collective mind. Timelines didn't just refresh, they combusted. Fans who had been arguing for 12 straight hours suddenly froze mid-comment. The industry insiders who pretended not to care were now frantically checking their DMs. Even the gossip bloggers who thought they'd seen it all sat up straight and realized this story was no longer just messy, it was radioactive. Because a DNA test meant there was something real beneath the rumors, something tangible, something verifiable. And the fact that the account vanished seconds after posting it only made the world believe it more. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's silence was growing louder by the minute. For years, she has been known to clap back instantly, shut down lies without hesitation, and drag an entire city block if necessary. But now? Nothing. Not a syllable. Not a passive-aggressive comment. Not even a cryptic repost. That silence put gasoline on the flames. Fans began speculating that Remy wasn't just processing a rumor, she was bracing herself for something she already feared might be true. And then, out of nowhere, a new leak surfaced. This time, a screen recording of Lil Scrappy on a private IG Live with only a few viewers. Someone secretly recorded it and blasted it online within seconds. In the clip, Scrappy says, "Man, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but Pap know what's up. He just ain't want to tell Shorty." The chat went dead silent. Shorty? Everyone knew exactly who he meant. Remy. The revelation shook the entire storyline. Scrappy wasn't speaking recklessly. He was speaking confidently, like someone who had seen receipts himself. But before fans could even digest that clip, another twist hit harder. A leaked text thread allegedly between Papoose and someone saved under Twin began circulating. The messages showed Twin urging Pap to get ahead of the story. Texting, "Bro, she gon' find out, you can't hide this forever." To which Pap allegedly responded, "The test ain't even confirmed yet. Why would anybody say anything?" That line alone triggered global hysteria. Screenshots flew. Debates exploded. Some fans insisted it proved nothing. Others argued it confirmed everything. But one message, buried halfway down the thread, sent shockwaves across every social platform. "She already hurting from your situation with Remy. Don't add more fire." Your situation with Remy. That meant whatever was happening now wasn't isolated. It was layered on top of the wreckage of their marriage. And fans began piecing the timeline together like detectives building a caseboard. But then came the explosion that burned the entire narrative to ash. A video leaked grainy, chaotic, clearly recorded from someone hiding behind a door. It showed Remy Ma in what looked like a dressing room, pacing back and forth, clutching her phone while yelling at someone on speaker. Her voice was trembling, but not from sadness, from rage. She shouted, "You let me look like the villain. You let me take the heat. And you were doing this behind my back?" The voice on the other end wasn't clear, but you could faintly hear a man saying, "It wasn't supposed to get out like this." The internet froze. Fans slowed down the audio, enhanced it, tried to isolate the voice. Some swore it was Papoose, others said it sounded like a producer or relative, but the content was unmistakable. Remy was reacting not to a rumor, but to a betrayal she had not fully known about. Then, as if on cue, a Twitter account claiming to be close to Claressa Shields posted a cryptic message, "Everybody wanna play innocent, but only one of them knows the whole truth." Within minutes, the tweet was deleted, but screenshots were everywhere. Fans speculated wildly. Was she talking about Pap? Remy? Scrappy? Someone else entirely? But the real chaos erupted when a new insider account posted a detail that flipped the entire scandal upside down. Pap wasn't hiding the baby from Remy. He was hiding the timing. Those 4 words sent shockwaves across the internet. The timing. The timing. What did that mean? Did the alleged child overlap with his marriage? With his relationships? With his breakup? With Claressa's situation? Blogs scrambled to decode it. Instagram pages ran polls. TikTokers created theory threads with arrows and red circles and timelines laid across their screens. But nobody had answers until yet another leak surfaced, this time from someone claiming to be Claressa's former assistant. Her message read, "He told her the baby wasn't his, but he knew there was a chance." And the final line, "She didn't find out until last night." The internet erupted into chaos. Because according to that leak, Remy only learned the full truth at the same time the rest of the world did. Meaning, every interview, every comment, every attempt at dignity, Every carefully spoken word had been made while she was holding back an emotional hurricane. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields, who had been eerily quiet through the entire scandal, finally returned to social media. She posted a black screen on her story with one unsettling sentence: "If they keep lying, I'm dropping everything." Fans went insane. Everything? What did she have? Screenshots? Audio? Photos? Legal documents? Messages between her and Pap? Between her and Remy? Between her and Scrappy? But before anyone could speculate further, a second story posted immediately after. That DNA test wasn't supposed to be public. The universe stopped spinning. Screenshots exploded across the internet. People zoomed in, trying to confirm the text was real. Others started hunting for signs of editing. But one thing was undeniable. Claressa was confirming the DNA test existed. Whether Papoose was the father or not remained the question, but the mere fact that she acknowledged it made the scandal 100 times more explosive. And Remy? She finally broke her silence. A fan caught her outside a studio and asked loudly. Remy paused. Her eyes narrowed. Her jaw clenched. And she said the sentence that instantly became the most viral quote of the year. "Let the truth come out. I'm done covering for people." Done covering. Covering what? Covering who? What truth was she talking about? What had she been protecting? What did she know that the internet didn't? Part 2 ended with one final blow. A verified industry insider tweeted, "Y'all worried about the child. The real scandal is who leaked the test." Meaning, the chaos wasn't even about the baby anymore. There was a deeper betrayal, a bigger reveal, a hidden enemy behind the scenes. And Remy Ma knew exactly who it was. The moment that insider tweeted, "The real scandal is who leaked the test," the internet didn't just panic, it fractured. Suddenly, the narrative shifted away from Papoose, away from Remy, away from Claressa, even away from Lil Scrappy. Now fans wanted one thing, and one thing only: the identity of the person who set this entire nuclear chain reaction into motion. Because someone powerful, someone close, someone with access to deeply personal information, had taken the most intimate secret imaginable, a DNA test, and launched it into the public like a missile. And Remy Ma's icy declaration, "I'm done covering for people," only confirmed what everyone feared. This wasn't an accident. This was a betrayal. But the next leak made everything worse. A mysterious burner account different from the last ones, newly created, following only one person, Claressa Shields posted a screenshot allegedly showing the email notification that the DNA results were ready. The sender's name was blurred, but the recipient wasn't. It said, "To Remy Ma official DNA test results available." The internet gasped so hard it felt like the air was sucked out of every timeline. Remy got the results? Remy had access? Remy was the one notified? Fans spiraled instantly. Did that mean she leaked it? Did that mean she told Scrappy? Did that mean she was the reason this blew up in the first place? But before theories could take root, a second image posted right after, showing a different email. 2. Papoose NY. Please confirm your password to access results. 2 different emails. 2 different timestamps. 2 different access levels. Meaning both Remy and Pap had the ability to see the results. But then came the twist that split the internet in half. A third screenshot time-stamped before the first 2 showed, "To Claressa Shields PR, your request for DNA documentation has been approved." The world lost it. Claressa's PR team requested the documentation first? Why? For what purpose? To prepare a statement? To protect her brand? To secretly confirm something Pap hadn't told her? Or to leak it? Fans didn't have time to answer, because the next bomb dropped instantly. Claressa Shields went live. She didn't sit. She didn't smile. She didn't shadowbox playfully like she usually does. She stared into the camera like a storm in human form and said, "I didn't leak that test. I didn't tell Scrappy. I didn't tell nobody. But if they want to blame me, cool. I'm done protecting people who lie on my name." Then she added, with a voice that shook the culture, And Remy better hope Pap tells the truth before I do. The live ended abruptly. The internet screamed. Because that wasn't a defense. That was a threat. The kind only someone with real receipts would dare to make. But while fans tried to decode Claressa's warning, another source entered the chaos, someone from the Love and Hip Hop production team. Their leaked message said, Scrappy wasn't lying. But he wasn't supposed to be the one to say it. That sentence alone triggered hysteria. Not supposed to be the one? Meaning someone else was planning to reveal it? Someone closer? Someone with motive? Then, like destiny, a new video leaked, this time from a backstage hallway where Lil Scrappy was overheard saying to someone, "You told me it was cool to say it. Don't flip on me now." The person he was talking to was off camera. But the voice, a low, commanding tone, was unmistakable to fans who slowed the audio down. It sounded like Papoose. People screamed. Did Pap approve the reveal? Was Scrappy pressured? Did Pap lose control of the narrative and now regret it? The theories buzzed like bees in a shaken hive. But then Remy Ma, after hiding, after waiting, after letting the world speculate, finally responded publicly. A fan filmed her outside a New York club. She stopped. "If y'all think I leaked that test, you don't know me at all. Somebody betrayed both of us. Both of us." Betrayed. She wasn't denying Pap's involvement. She wasn't attacking Claressa. She was saying the real enemy was someone else entirely. Then she dropped a line that detonated across every social platform. "I warned him who she was. But I also warned him who he was trusting. He. Not Scrappy. Not a blogger. Not a random fan. This was someone closer. Deeper. Inside the walls of their lives." And then, the darkest twist arrived. A new leak surfaced, this time a recorded voicemail someone had saved and forwarded anonymously to multiple gossip outlets. The voice was unmistakably Papoose, tired, defeated, but hinting at something far worse than anyone expected. In the message, he said, "I never told her because I didn't know how she'd react. I never told Claressa because I wasn't sure. I never told Remy because she'd take it public. I only told one person, and now the whole world knows. One person. One. And that person leaked everything." The internet immediately began tearing apart the list of potential suspects. A sibling? A manager? A friend from childhood? A producer? A publicist? A confidant connected to all three? Then, finally, the ultimate shockwave hit. A blogger known for breaking real industry stories posted a bombshell that shook the entire culture. The person Pap told wasn't a man, wasn't a rapper, wasn't a friend, wasn't a relative. It was a woman in the industry. Within minutes, the blogger dropped her initials. MM. The internet detonated into chaos. M. Who was M? A manager? A makeup artist? A media personality? And then the blogger clarified, not Melanie, not Mariah, not Megan. It's someone y'all don't suspect. Fans scrambled through every known connection until a final clue dropped. She was there the night Scrappy found out. The world froze. Because the only person, female, industry connected, present that night, was someone everyone trusted, someone always in the background, someone who posted encouragement for both Remy and Papoose, and the burner account returned for one final message. She heard Pap say it. She told Scrappy. She leaked the test. And she's about to be exposed. Instantly, Remy posted one chilling message of her own. "I found out who did it." And the screen went black, leaving the world breathless. Because whoever Remy was about to expose was the true mastermind behind the entire scandal. And the truth they were hiding would destroy everything. If you're sitting there in absolute shock, heart racing, palms sweating, replaying that final voice in your head, you are not alone. The world is frozen right now. That last moment, those 3 words, "We're done here," didn't just end a family meeting. It ripped the lid off something far deeper, darker, and more dangerous than anyone expected. Someone in that room, someone we never heard until the end, has been protecting Evelyn. Someone she risked everything for. Someone she lied for, stole for, shattered her children's trust for. And now that voice, that undeniable presence, has stepped out of the shadows, and the leak ended before we could hear anything else. If you think this was explosive, if you think this family couldn't get any messier, any more heartbreaking, any more twisted, just wait, because whoever that man is, whoever has been hiding behind Evelyn while she took the blows, he is about to become the center of the biggest scandal this family has ever faced. And you do not want to miss what comes next. So before you scroll away or get swept up in the chaos exploding across Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook right now, hit like. Push this video into the algorithm so the truth cannot be buried by Evelyn's PR team. Comment whose voice you think that was, who you believe Evelyn has been protecting, and what you think she'll try to do next to silence the story. And above all, subscribe. Turn on your notifications, because the next episode is already brewing. And when the identity of that man is revealed, when the family comes back together or falls apart for good, you'll want to be right here, watching every second. The biggest secret hasn't dropped yet, and it's coming.